We've all experienced loss, but in this super connected world we live in, the way we remember and honor the people we've lost, well, it's changing in some really big ways. So today, we're going to dive into what grief looks like in the digital age.
And this is the question at the heart of it all, isn't it? A funeral, it gives us a focal point, right? A specific day for everyone to come together and remember. But what happens the next day, or a month later, or even years down the line? That's when the real, and let's be honest, often lonely journey of grief really begins.
This slide just nails the problem perfectly. Over on the left, you have the funeral service. It's so important, but it is just a single day. And on the right, you've got the grief journey, a process that's lasting, it's complicated, and it definitely doesn't stick to a schedule. The service is over, but the grieving, that continues.
So what are those challenges that stick around long after the flowers are gone and the messages of support start to slow down? Let's take a look at the reality of grief beyond the funeral.
Yeah, once that first wave of support fades, this is what it often feels like. A really deep sense of isolation can kick in, because it feels like the rest of the world has just moved on. You might realize there's no real dedicated, safe place to just share a story that suddenly pops into your head. And it really highlights that need we all have to keep honoring someone, not just on one day, but whenever we feel it.
But here's an idea. What if technology could actually offer a modern solution for this timeless journey? And that brings us to a new kind of space to heal.
And that modern solution is something called a digital memorial website. What's so powerful about this is that it's designed specifically to tackle those problems of isolation and timing. It creates a private, secure online space where family and friends can share and support each other, and this is the key part, at their own pace.
Now, the most important word here is privacy. Grief is such a vulnerable process. So these sites, they act like a digital sanctuary. They're secure, and they give families complete control over who gets to see what. This creates a space where you can be honest and reflect without that pressure to perform that you sometimes feel on public social media.
But it's more than just a private space. These memorials also do something else that's so vital in our world today. They connect people across the miles.
I mean, let's face it, our families and friends are often spread all over the country or even the world. A digital memorial becomes this central gathering spot that just erases all that distance. It means a cousin in Australia can share a favorite photo, or a college friend from years ago can post a story. This directly fights that feeling of isolation by building a real, visible, and active community of care right there on the screen.
And we're not just talking about a digital guest book here. No way. These spaces actually evolve into a personal and truly lasting tribute. This isn't about passive remembering, it's an active celebration of a life. As you can see, you can work together to build a life timeline, you can create photo galleries from different decades, share their favorite songs, and of course, leave and read messages. It's all about engaging with memories in a really dynamic and even joyful way, which helps turn that mourning into a celebration of who that person really was.
And maybe one of the most powerful things about this is that the space is just always there. Grief doesn't punch a clock from 9 to 5. So whether it's the middle of the night, or a tough birthday, or an anniversary, this becomes a continuous source of comfort you can go to anytime from anywhere in the world.
Okay, so this all brings us to one final really big idea, the memorial as an ever-evolving legacy.
Think about a traditional funeral program for a second. It's a beautiful, really important memento, for sure, but when you get right down to it, it's a snapshot. It's a memory of one single day.
A digital memorial, on the other hand, is a memory for a lifetime. It's not frozen in time. It's a living thing, designed to grow and change as people add new memories. This quote right here just says it all. The memorial grows as a living document of the loved one's life. Just imagine, years from now, new stories being added, allowing a grandchild who's too young to remember to really learn about their grandparent through this rich, collective story. It truly becomes a living legacy.
So this all leaves us with a final, pretty profound question for our time. In a digital world, what does a legacy actually look like? Maybe it's becoming less like a static monument carved in stone, and more like a living, shared, and ever-growing story, one that we can all keep writing together. It's a powerful thought to end on.